All right, y'all. We are live on this cloudy Tuesday morning. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah, Yeshua the Messiah, if you speak Hebrew. Guys, make sure to like the video. If we can get 750 likes, you know the deal. We'll do the 0.025 Bitcoin giveaway. And one more thing, y'all. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Jason_Casper. If you could do me a big favor, head over there right now and retweet the tweet I just tweeted out with this stream. It'll help get some more traffic in here. Maybe we can actually do that Bitcoin giveaway. All right, y'all, we are live. Let's get into this, guys. I am going to show the charts today if anybody wanted to know. Thank you for asking, by the way. All right, y'all. Well, this is a very, very interesting time for the Bitcoin price. But before we get into that, guys, I need to remind everybody to like the video. This is the Jason Casper like button. As you can see, it is super bullish, y'all. Super bullish, y'all. And I usually don't give trade setups live, although the past week I've been giving them live, and they've been pretty juicy. But this is a long position you could enter for the like button. Putting your stop loss below these last swing lows here, you only have to risk about 100% in order to gain a potential 14% profit. Very good risk to reward. If we can get 750 likes on the video, I will absolutely be doing a 0.025 Bitcoin giveaway. So what is going on with Bitcoin? There is some indecision going on. Right here. And the reason why is because we are coming down to crucial areas of support. And we've been looking at this price action for quite some time, and we're really watching to see, are we going to continue with this bullish market structure? Because we did have a market structure switch when we came down here and put in our lower low. Then we put in a higher high for the first time since November 11th, right? We had high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. and we put in now a higher high, and everyone's like, okay, are we going to put in that higher low? Are we going to get this W kind of recovery right here? And, you know, it's very, very possible. And there are some areas of support that we're coming down to right now that we need to be very, very aware of. The supports that we have are pretty much going to be coming from this previous area of price consolidation that we have from right here. And so right now, the biggest area that we need to be aware of is going to be this level right here. If we take a volume profile and just analyze this range that we were trading in, this high volume node right here needs to be held. And right now you can see that we are doing a pretty good job holding this level. So long as we can stay above this level, there is potential room for a significant movement to the upside, potentially even putting in now a higher high coming above the $45,000 level. But it's very important that we're able to hold this. And we can see that for the past few hours, this is the 1 hour chart. You know, if we even go to a 4 hour chart, we can see that, you know, we bounced off the level, then we came below the level, then we rejected off the level, then we reclaimed the level. And so, you know, this is kind of giving us a lot of volatility. We can see that as we came into this range here, coming into the range, there was a lot of volatility. At first, it looked like we were going to hold this as support, and then we lost it, and then we rejected from it, and then we came down. And these levels are being respected very, very well. And basically, at least the way I'm looking at this right now, if we can hold this high volume node at about 36.9, or then that's bullish to me. Okay, so even if we come back down from here and do something like this, that could be very, very nice. And then the next level that we really need to come above is going to be that $38,500 area, because that is a very clear support resistance flip, right? We could see it was support, and then it was resistance, and then it was resistance, and then it was resistance again, and then it was our support, and then it was our resistance. So that is a very key level. And, you know, I am kind of, I don't really know what's going on, guys. I hit a few scalps this morning, a few long scalps. But other than that, I am currently schlong. And if we go over to the chat, let's pop into the chat and see what's going on here. Shout out to everyone in the chat, by the way. Shout out to Hunter Kerr Fitness for Life. Shout out to Zeph Brew. Shout out to Jack Maniac. Shout out to Eunice Takir and Joe. And shout out to White Phoenix, guys. White Phoenix is the man. I'm trying to get him on the channel. He'll be on here eventually. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish with the wrench. Boker Tov to the Ramgo. Boker Tov Achi, Mashlomcha. Shout out to Keenstar for the kiss. Thank you for the kiss. I'm honored. And if we come over to the poll here, are you long, are you short, or are you schlong? It looks like most people are long. That's pretty cool. Personally, for me, I am in a schlong, meaning I am short and long at the same time. So I'm still short from up here. This is the juicy short setup that was given in the VIP Discord over here. In fact, we entered this trade literally live on a public YouTube stream, because it just so happened to happen during a public YouTube stream. But I'm short from about 44.3-ish. And that trade is up right now in over 1,000% profits. Super juicy. And you know, and then we've just been scalping like crazy in here in the VIP Discord. We hit a few trades recently. Like yesterday, we got this long off the 0.65 trade setup given in advance right here. We get that juicy bounce off the 0.65. And then also yesterday, we got this nice bounce off that $37,000 level, made for a very juicy profit. But of course, now I'm out of that trade. So we've been scalping in the VIP Discord, you know, basically holding the short, and then every time we get one of these little bounces, taking the bounce. And by the way, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord, you can go to patreon.com/JasonCasper. This is our community where, you know, we want to help each other out so that we can get better at doing this, focusing on you know, helping people develop themselves as a trader, because it takes time, it takes effort. More importantly, it takes discipline, it takes patience. Those are things actually I want to touch on in this stream. But for right now, that's kind of my position. Oh, and I'm still also long from right down here as well, which, you know, I'm in a pretty good position. I'm in a pretty good schlong, right? I'm long from here, short from here. Let's see now what happens. So there are a few levels that I really want to keep my eyes on for potential support and resistance for Bitcoin. So first of all, something that is quite intriguing to me is this area of resistance that we could possibly run into. If we take our golden pocket from this swing high up here to the low that we put in, we can see that it's coming in at about 38.2. And if we take just a look at the volume that traded here, we can see that we also have a high volume node right around 38.2. So that's why I'm saying this box of resistance right here between 38.2 and 38.5 is very, very important. We do need to be watching here for potential bearish divergences. So, you know, on the 12-minute time frame, if we do see that we come up to here and we get something like this, a bearish divergence as the money flow continues to come down, as we come up right into this level, be aware that that is a major area of resistance and we could reject from it. And then right now, for me, major support that I'm kind of looking at, if we do continue down from here, is going to be the golden pocket from the swing low to the swing high that we just put in. Now look at this. The golden pocket from that swing low to the swing high is literally coming in exactly at this massive high volume node right here, that $36.9 thousand high volume node. The reason why that's so important is because it's not only a golden pocket, but it would be a retest. It would be a retest of this very, very important level that we have on the chart coming back from, you know, January, early February. So it is very possible that, you know, as long as we stay in this little chunk of price action right here, because we have to look at this and say, you know, Bitcoin loves to be in this little section right here, right? We can see both of these levels acting as resistance and support many times in the past. So we need to be aware of them currently and just be looking at our indicators right now to determine if, when price gets there, we are going to enter a trade or not. Because really the way I like to trade is I just mark key levels on the chart, and it's very chill because I don't have to worry about FOMOing into a trade or chasing price. I simply have a plan, and then when price gets to my level, I look at Market Cipher and I determine trade or no trade. And if you want to learn how to trade that way, you can go to JasonCasperTrading.com. This course, there's a 30% discount in the description of the video. It will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable paper trader, guys. Because I am absolutely a paper trader, fake trader, okay? Everything's fake. Because I don't want to risk real money, guys, and neither should you. And I'm not a financial advisor, but this course will teach you how to read the charts and feel confident in your paper trades, how to stop FOMOing and stop trading with emotion, how to utilize tested strategies with Market Cipher. You know, like for example, guys, all the trades that we've been taking in here, like this one yesterday, right? We had the trade set up given in advance right here. Wanted to see price come down to that $36.9 thousand level with bullish divergences. And I said, you know, this example shows the 1 hour time frame. However, the 1 hour may only have a bottom as the 12-minute diverges. Well, when we come down here, we can see the 12-minute was in fact diverging, and the 1 hour was in fact giving us a bottom as we came right to the level. I think I made like 70% profits on my margin, guys, just because I had a plan. I waited for it all day. I was not looking at the charts all day. When I got my alert, I came, I looked, I decided, let's enter the trade. It happened pretty well. That is a great way to trade, and you can get that 30% discount in the description of the video. So what happens if we lose this support right here? because this very well may be the bottom, guys. This is a key area of support right here that we're getting a bounce from right now. And if we come above this 38.5, then I really am looking toward much higher. We had a very fast move to the downside. We get a very fast move to the upside. And we, like I said, we don't have much resistance above us until we get back up to here. Okay, so we could have a very swift move back up to around that $42,000 area, which is key resistance. If we can come above 38.5, 42K is key resistance. And if we lose this $36,900 level, then the only real supports that we have below that are going to be, well, if we take our fib from the swing low to the swing high that we put in right here, and we put on our good old 786 fib level, you know, we've got that 35.7-ish down to 35.6-ish low of the range right here, where I would definitely be looking for support. And if we start to lose this, guys, then I get a little bit more bearish, because then we are going to be putting in a lower low on the higher term time frames. And if we come below that 32.9K level where we got that initial bounce, well, then I would honestly be looking down to the 20s. And I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but you know, there is no bad news when you're a trader. All that matters is that there's volatility in the market. If there's volatility, we can be happy because we can make money schlonging it, right? Shorting and longing at the same time. So that is kind of what I'm looking for right now, guys. And if we put on some other levels here, real quick, let me put on some other levels. And I do want to touch on some other things here, because yeah, these are the levels I'm really looking at, guys, right now. To see, in fact, let's see if we can come above this. Are we gonna come above this live on the stream? Are we gonna test this level live on the stream? Let's see, guys. That would be super cool if we come up and test this level live on YouTube. Okay? Are we gonna do it? Are we going to do this? I don't know. I have some alerts set here just to see the just to see what's going to happen as we get up here. This is very interesting. We might be able to get into a short right here, depending on how Market Cipher is looking right now. Depending on how Market Cipher looks on some of these higher time frames, the 12-minute definitely has a divergence. The 20-minute has a divergence. The 24-minute would have a divergence. Yes, money flow is crossing to the upside, but even that 1 hour is starting to, the VWAP starting to curve down. So what we really want to see is we want to see, yeah, the 6-minute has a nice divergence, money flow coming down. If we get a fast pump up to here, guys, I think it could make a pretty good short, right? If we all of a sudden get a massive Bitcoin pump like what Bitcoin has been doing lately, right now, given this VWAP, you know, we can't really see yet what's happening. So what would be best, in my opinion, right now would be, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, so the best signal, in my opinion, would be if we do something like this. We come up, then we come down a little, and then we come up into the level. And on the 1-minute time frame, we get something like this, real like locally here, where we get a red dot, and then we get another red dot. Because if the 1 minute's giving you a divergence, and those other time frames are also giving you a divergence, then you can you can zoom into the lower time frames to see what those higher time frames are telling you, right? We come to the 1 hour time frame, and we're looking at it, and we're saying, you know what? It looks like this thing could top out kind of soon, right? It still definitely has some juice, so it's undecisive. We don't really know what's happening here on the 1 hour time frame, but we're looking at it saying, you know what? Things could be, they could be a little bit bearish here. Now, keep in mind, you know, we have a massive bullish divergence here on the 1 hour time frame, which is a super bullish signal. So when we're coming up to look for a short here, we'd be doing it with the mentality that we're only looking for a scalp trade, right? We're not necessarily looking for a massive swing trade because we've been in a downtrend since November 11th. We shouldn't really be looking for swing shorts here necessarily. More so we should be looking for swing longs. And then we come down to like the 24-minute time frame. And again, we see bullish money flow, but we do see the momentum waves coming down. So because we can see the divergence on the 24-minute, because we can see it forming on the 12-minute right here, because we can see it on the 6-minute, because we can even see it on the 3-minute, can we? Yeah, even so on the 3-minute. So because we can see it on all these time frames, now what we're going to do is we're going to look and see when we come up to here on this 1-minute time frame. If we do, we might not. If we get something like this, where we see this money flow continuing to come down, and we even just get a divergence like this on the 1-minute time frame, that could signal to us this would be a great place to take a short scalp from. Okay, this usually doesn't happen too often live, where we actually get to see the price action do what we want to do in real time. So it will be very, very interesting to see how this is going to play out right now. Very interesting. Now, we have to keep in mind, you know, when we are looking at price action, we have to kind of feel how it's moving. If we stick around here for too long, okay, if we don't come up to our level, let's say we just consolidate here for a very long time, what's going to happen is the 12-minute divergence is going to fade away because this wave will keep getting higher, right? And what's also going to happen is the 24-minute divergence also will fade away for sure, right? Because as the longer that we stick around here, the higher this momentum wave is going to get. So just because we see it forming right now doesn't necessarily mean we go ahead and set a limit order right up here. What it does mean is that we keep our eyes now on the lower time frames to see, okay, the higher time frames are definitely giving us some kind of confirmation. If now these lower time frames give us confirmation, then we can look for a short scalp up here using good risk management, right? Using good risk management. Let's pop into the chat real quick and see what's going on, guys. Let's see what's going on. Shout out to Luke Lessurf, and shout out to Keenstar. Big test ease. I get it, because we're using a testnet account, right? Crypto winter could turn into an ice age. Shout out to Paul Hildreth, who wishes you could afford the course. Well, there's a 30% discount on the course, guys. There's currently a 30% discount on the course. I can post it in the I'll post it in the chat right now. I'll pin the comment. 30% discount, guys. I do have to be honest, you know, I'm not trying, I don't care if you buy my course or not, but it is a good deal for the amount of information in there for the price. You could literally pay 3 times as much for like a quarter of the info. So yeah. So let's see what's going on here. Okay. Let's see what's going on here, guys. This is an interesting time, a very interesting time for the Bitcoin. I do want to touch on some other things here, y'all. You know, I did kind of want to talk about how to not get wrecked trading, because a lot of people have been talking to me and reaching out to me saying, Jason, I'm getting wrecked and I need help. And I kind of want to address that, but this price action is so dang juicy right now. But you know what? I have alerts set. If Bitcoin can come above this box that we're looking at right now, then the next major area of resistance is going to be that that 39K area, then the 42K area. And if we can come above that, then the 45K area. These are the levels that we're really looking at, guys. And I do believe if we can come above this box of resistance right here, we can see us come back to the 42K level. It's a golden pocket. It's the range point of control. I'm sorry, value area low, and it's also a naked point of control. And we just have this very clear support flipped into resistance area. So it will be very interesting. But yeah, I do want to talk about on here. And this is a little bit more educational, but let's see if the price action plays out while we're going over this. But I do want to talk about how to not get wrecked. When it comes to trading, there are two categories of things that we need to take into consideration. There are easy things and hard things. Okay, the easy things, the three pillars of the stool. Okay, it's a very good stool. It can hold even this set of glutes. Okay, it can hold this set of glutes right here. The reason is because these three things will give you a solid foundation for being a profitable trader, and they're not hard. A high win rate strategy. Okay, that's the first thing you need to not get wrecked, is a high win rate strategy. And it can be something as simple as golden pockets with 12-minute divergences. Golden pockets with 12-minute divergences. Like, for example, this right here. Golden pocket with a 12-minute divergence. This is a very high win rate strategy. I would say if you have a 12-minute divergence at a golden pocket, there's a very high chance, probably 90% chance, that you're going to get a move from that trade setup. And trading is simply rolling dice. Flipping a coin, I should say. There's a 50% chance price is going to go up and a 50% chance price is going to go down. If we are looking to be a profitable trader, we want to shift the odds in our favor more than 50-50, because 50-50 is literally a gamble. Although people who trade 50-50 trade setups with good risk management can still be profitable, if we can now have an 8 out of 10 win rate, we know that even if we go on we take 1 loss, 2 loss, maybe even 3 losses in a row, we know the chances are very, very low that we're going to go and take that 4th loss. Okay? And once we have that high win rate strategy, you need to have a very clear plan, because a high win rate strategy doesn't mean much once you enter that trade, okay? Because here's why. Let's say I'm looking to take a short from up here, which I am, right? Let's say I'm looking to take a short from here. And let's say I have no plan. I just say, okay, once we come here, if I see my confirmations, I'm going to enter a short, right? Great. But here's the problem. Now all of a sudden you're in a position and you realize, wait a second, where am I going to take profit? What is my stop loss going to be? And you can be very good at entering trades and still get wrecked because you don't have a plan, okay? You need to have an entry plan and you need to have an exit plan, which includes your TP, okay, your toilet paper, and your SL, okay, your silly leopard. Those two things, your toilet paper and your silly leopard, you need to have already planned out once you are in the position. Okay, and the reason for that is because, let's say, for example, this is a scalp, and let's say we do come up here and we get some kind of a small rejection like this, and then we just pump from here. This could still be a profitable trade for you if you have a plan. And so let's say your plan is, I want to come up here, and after a 0.75% move, let's see, 0.75% would take us right here, okay? You want to say after a 0.75% move, maybe I take, 30% out of the trade. TP 30%, okay? And then after you TP 30%, you say you want to move your stop loss to your entry. So this is part of the plan you have to have before you even enter the trade. You also have to know what position size to use. We'll get into that more later. But let's say, for example, when you enter the trade, my stop loss is going to be, above the resistance right here, a 0.6% stop loss, meaning technically you could use, 50x leverage and put 2% of your account in the trade and be risking about 1%. And you're going to set your final take profit down here at the support. But as soon as you hit that first take profit, you're going to take 30% out of the trade, and then you're going to move your stop loss to your entry right about here, okay? So now what happens is you've guaranteed that you have locked in the trade in profit. Is it going to be the biggest win in the world? No. Is it going to be a win? Yes. That's what's important, because your plan has to include what are you going to do if things go your way? What are you going to do if things don't go your way? If everything went your way, we would come up here, reject, and come back down to our support and hit 100% take profit. But we have to have a plan. What if things don't go our way? What if we just get a small rejection and then keep pumping? Well, the plan is I'm going to take out 30% of the trade here and move my stop loss to the entry, because that will prevent me from losing money, right? And then the next plan could be I'm going to take profit 2 at the next logical place, which would probably be this little high volume node right here, okay, TP2. And now let's say that you take out another 20% of your trade. Now you have 50% still open. And let's say now you set your final take profit down here. Okay, what you've done is you've put yourself in a position, and you plan this out before the trade even happened, where if things go your way perfectly, you're going to make a really juicy profit. If things don't really go your way, you're not going to lose money. Okay, and again, we're not entering the trade unless we have our confirmations. So there's a very low chance, if we have our confirmations, 12-minute divergence at a golden pocket, that we're going to blast right through it, right? Very low chance. We already know there's probably an 8 to 9 out of 10% chance we're going to get some kind of movement here. And because we know that, because we have our strategy, we now put a plan into place so that that strategy can work hand in hand with our plan so that we don't get wrecked. And then the third aspect of this is risk management, right? The stool that is going to hold the biggest set of glutes in the world, uneven butt cheeks, guys, uneven, because that's what we're looking for to enter the trade, right? We want to see the juicy left butt cheek on the left here and the skinny right butt cheek, right? Something like this, a big old left butt cheek and a skinny old right butt cheek. And risk management, guys, super important. If you don't want to get wrecked, you have to use good risk management. And what does that mean? It means basically do everything you can to not lose money. So having a plan is part of risk management, because if you can lock in profit to guarantee the trade to be a small win or a break even, wonderful, wonderful. The reason I am able to be profitable doing this is because my priority is not losing. I don't care about winning trades. The winning trades will come, guys. If you focus on not losing money, the winning trades will come. Certainly. Because eventually you're going to get a trade that comes up to your level and goes straight down without stopping at all. Okay, for example, the short trade that I am in from much, much higher, the setup that was given in the VIP Discord over here. Let's see if I can find it now. Yeah, this one right here, which is up now over 1,000% in profits. My trade from 44.3, give or take. Okay, that trade, as we can see here, as soon as it hit the entry, it just came straight down. It did not retrace. It did not come back to my entry at all. These are the trades that are going to make you the most money. You have to enter every trade as if it's going to be going against your plan. And because you're assuming it's going to go against your plan, you have a plan for taking profits early, stop loss to entry, to prevent losses. But then when you get these trades, okay, it goes according to plan and you make the massive profits. And so what you're doing is you're basically setting yourself up so that your losing trades could even be winning trades. Okay, your losers might even be winners or break evens or small losses, but your winners are massive. And that is how you're going to do it. So risk management involves having a plan, but also it involves position size. Okay, I do not advocate risking more than 0.5 to 2% to maybe, okay, I should say 0.1/2% to 5% of your account per trade. And this will vary depending on if it's a scalp or a swing trade, but the way you are going to do this, there are many ways. Okay, if you want to know more about risk management, check out the course. There's a 30% discount in the description. We go over risk management and all that stuff. Let's see what's going on right now. The corn, it was unable to come up to that level. It looks like we're going to get a 12-minute trigger wave right here. I don't know what's going to happen, right? I don't know what's going to happen right now. But risk management will make sure that even if you get stopped out of your trade, you still have enough capital to continue doing this. Because here's the thing, we're trading to make money. The only way we can make money is if we have capital in order to enter positions. if we're blowing our capital more than 1 to 5% per trade, if we're risking 10%, 20% of our whole account on one trade, 2 trades, and you're totally out of the game, right? Because if we have, let's say, $100,000 in our trading account, which, by the way, I do find $100,000 in a trading account to be very comfortable to make money that you can actually use in real life without being tempted to over risk, okay? Because the gains are substantial, but you don't have to go crazy. You can wait for those high probability setups and not feel like you're not making gains fast enough, but that's a whole nother story. If we have $100,000 and we're risking 20%, let's say we're risking 25% of our capital per trade. In 2 losses, we've just lost half of our money, right? Now we've come down to $50,000. Now here's the problem. $50,000, right? What happens if we say, okay, I lost 50%, all I have to do is make back 50% and I'm good? What happens if we make 50% on our 50 grand? Are we back to where we started? No, we're only at $75,000. So when you start over risking, you can see that it is an uphill battle to get back. And the more you see those losses stacking up, the more tempted you're going to be to revenge trade. And this is where it gets into the hard things of trading, okay? Because the easy things are easy in theory, but in practicality, they can be difficult because our human psychology and emotions get in the way of trading the way we should, right? If you are using good risk management and making a practice of doing so, you will be absolutely golden if you have these other 2 things in order. Again, these are the 3 pillars of the stool. Let's see if I can find a picture of a 3-legged stool. 3-legged stool, okay? This is what we're looking for right here. This is a 4-legged stool. No, I want a 3-legged stool. Aha! Yes, a 3-legged stool right here. Let's find a good one. Where's a good one? Okay. Yeah, I like this one. Okay. We've got ourselves right here, high win rate strategy. We've got ourselves right here, have a plan, and then we've got ourselves right here, risk management. So easy, 3-legged stool, but here's the problem. Here's the problem. Our psychology gets in the way. So here are the hard things. Hard thing number 1 is you have to have patience. If you're getting wrecked and you know these 3 things, you're in a good position. You are in a great position. And most people I talk to have these 3 things down. They're like, Jason, I know what to do. I know to wait. But the problem is I did this and that. And then I liquidated my whole account. Right? I knew I should have waited to long lower, but I thought price was pumping, so I longed. And then price started to dump, so I added more, and then price dumped more, and so I added more because I wanted to have a good entry, and then I had to lower my leverage down and put more margin up front. And the next thing I know, I'm sitting here about to get my whole dang account liquidated, and I should have just focused on the easy things. But the hard things got in the way. So let's go over the hard things that will keep you from getting wrecked if you get things down. Number 1 is patience, guys. Patience. Now, unless you're a scalper, hardcore, and there are in the VIP Discord, you know, people in here are doing the craziest scalps all the time. We have a really good community in here, by the way, of people posting the juiciest technical analysis setups in here. Okay, shout out to K-Pax, shout out to Boyan, shout out to White Phoenix. These guys are TA experts, and a lot of times they will scalp, taking many, many trades a day. Sometimes I do that. Mostly, I like to day trade. If I'm going to take a scalp, it's going to be a very, very high confluence, almost like a day trade kind of, a scalpy day trade, right? And so unless you are at the level where you can really scalp with precision using limit orders and making profit on very small movements, you have to have patience to wait for your high win rate strategy setups to show up on the chart with your plan. One of the biggest things that wrecks people is over trading. Okay, so patience is broken down into 3 things to avoid. Number 1, avoid over trading. You do not always have to be in a trade. People feel like they're going to miss the boat. If you had a plan to short from here and price is dumping from here, unless you already had a plan to short the 12-minute trigger wave, don't take a short. Just wait. And if price comes up to your level and you don't see your confirmations, don't take a short. There will always be another opportunity. Those perfect trade setups will come. They will come. I promise. They will come. And if you have the patience to wait for those perfect setups, think about it. You are actually ahead of the game as opposed to always chasing price, trying to always be in a trade. Because if you're always trying to be in a trade that you haven't planned for, not only could it be a horrible entry, but also because you don't have a plan. Let's say I FOMO short right now. Okay, I FOMO market short. Well, now what? Where's my take profit going to be? I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Where's my stop loss? I don't know. I haven't thought about it. And then price, let's say price does dump here and I see the unrealized P&L start to go up. I'm like, oh, nice. I'm in some good profits here. And then it starts to retrace. I'm like, oh, man, I should have taken profit. Like, what do I do? Do I mark it out? Do I try and set limit orders back down lower? And then if we start pumping, now it's like, okay, my limit orders aren't getting hit. I had no plan. Don't overtrade. Wait for those good setups because when they come, you know you're already setting yourself up with an 8 out of 10 potential to have a win rate. You know you already have a plan of where you're going to take profit, so you don't have to worry about, oh no, what the heck am I doing here? Right? And here's another thing. Sorry, guys. I'm still getting over a little bit of a respiratory infection over here. I've been breathing in some crazy stuff, okay? Another thing you got to think about is, if you are sticking to your plan and you know where you're looking to take trades from, it makes life way less stressful because you can do things like garden, install a dishwasher, hang out with your family, have your alerts set, and when your alert goes off, all you have to do is literally look at your phone and see, do I see my confirmations here? And if yes, enter the trade, stop loss, set your take profits, and forget about it, right? Until you get the notification on your phone that however many contracts was sold at your take profit or your stop loss gets hit, you don't have to worry about it, right? If you avoid overtrading, you are setting yourself up for making way more money. Way more money. Fewer trades, more money. I know it's a hard concept for people to get because you feel like you're not doing anything if you're sitting on the sidelines. But you are doing something. You're doing your analysis. You're coming up with a plan. You're setting yourself up for success. And then the second thing to avoid is not sticking to your plan. If you had a stop loss in place, you need to use that stop loss because it's part of your plan. If you take that loss, it's okay because the loss was already calculated in your risk management plan. If you take a 1% loss, so be it. So be it. If your stop loss gets hit and then all of a sudden price starts to go in your direction anyway, there could be a possibility that you can enter that trade if your plan is still in place, right? You might still have your confirmations at the same level that you were looking to trade, in which case you can enter the trade. But if you don't see your confirmations and price, let's say you were looking to short, price goes up, stopped out, and then starts to drop, people have the tendency to get into a revenge trade right there. And unless you clearly have the reasons of your original plan to enter that revenge trade, you need to just not do that and stick to your plan. Stick to your take profits. Don't get greedy. If you're going to take profit at 0.5%, at 0.75%, at 1%, take that profit out. Don't get greedy and say, you know what, I'm just going to let this position ride a little bit more. And then, after it rides, I'll take profit at a later time. Don't do that because you don't know if price is going to then retrace and all of a sudden you had a winning trade that is now turned into a losing trade, right? You had your plan, you didn't stick to it. What could have been a winning trade or a break-even trade is now a loss. And then avoid trading in a bad mindset. This is something that a lot of people don't take into account when they are trading. And the reason is because they don't consider mindset when they're approaching the charts. If you are in a bad mood, if you are tired, if you are angry, if you are hungry, if you are mentally foggy, I recommend not even trading. If you're at the grocery store, if you're in bed, do not trade. I mean this has been so true in my life. I have to be in the mindset of I am trading. If I say I'm done trading for the day, that means I am not going to be on my computer. And if I'm not on my computer, and let's say I do get an alert on my phone and it's late at night and I've already decided I'm done for the day, you have to be in the mindset of I am trading. I know that doesn't really make sense. You have to have a plan that you're waiting for that time. If you are tired and it's late at night, you will be more tempted to enter into bad trades. If you are hungry, you'll be more tempted to enter into bad trades. What I recommend everybody do is you have a routine every single day that gets you ready for the trading day. For me, I wake up usually at 5 o'clock in the morning. I pray for half an hour. I do some exercise in the basement while I listen to the dramatized audio King James Bible. And then I go upstairs and I drink water at the kitchen counter and I do technical analysis. That is my morning routine. In that time, I am refreshed spiritually, physically, emotionally. I'm in a good mood. The caffeine is flowing through my veins and I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to look for trades. I'm excited to have a plan. If you are not in that mindset, I recommend not trading because it will be hard to do the easy things when you're not in the right mindset. Now, I know that sounds a little crazy, but it's true. And then the second hard thing is risk management discipline. Okay? Position sizing. Don't risk more than 1 to 5% of your account. It doesn't mean you're only putting 1 to 5% of your account on the trade. There are times where I put 100% of my account on the trade and I'm risking 1%. There are many ways to do this. Either you can use 1x leverage with a 1% stop loss. You could use 50x leverage with 2% of your account on the trade with a 50% stop loss. There are so many ways to risk 1%. If you want to know more about that, check out the risk management section of the course, 30% discount in the description. But you need to be risking that 1 to 5%. If you get lazy, you are going to get wrecked. Okay, avoid being greedy. Don't say, because this is such a good setup, I'm going to risk 50%. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say I've always stuck to good risk management principles. There have been times where I have gambled on a trade or even accidentally just rushing into a trade, put too many contracts on it, right? But in general, you need to be in the habit of good risk management. You should already know if you have to FOMO into a trade, and I mean smart FOMO, where you're FOMOing in because your plan is happening and you have to get in quick. You should already know how many contracts are going on that trade. You should already know what leverage you're planning to use because it's part of having a plan, right? When you have a plan, you know what leverage you're going to use. Okay, if I'm using 70x leverage, I know how many contracts equals 1% of my account. If I'm using 50x leverage, I already know what number of contracts equals 1%, or if I'm risking 2% or 3%, I already know how many contracts go on the trade. Okay? You need to avoid greed. Yes, there's a potential for you to make massive amounts of money. If you are being greedy and you're not using a good position size, but the thing is, you will get wrecked, which leads me to my next point. Winning streaks can be very, very, very dangerous because a lot of traders come in and they have these 3 things down very well, right? High win rate strategy. They have a plan, but they know how to use good risk management. But what happens is they're trading and they're on fire, man. They are on such a winning streak, you know. They longed the bottom, they shorted the top. They longed the bottom, they shorted the top. They longed the bottom, and they're like, you know what? I'm making these slow, steady gains here. If I just increase my position size, if I just double it, I could make some more gains. And they double it. And now they're really making money, and they feel like such a boss, right? They're like, man, this is so easy. I've got this down. They increase even more. And then they see this trade setup, and they've been waiting for it, and they're like, this is the mother of all trade setups. And they have forgotten about risk management because they're on a winning streak. They're getting lazy with the risk management, and everything that they worked so hard for over the past week, 2 weeks, month, gone in a single trade. Gone in a single trade, or a huge chunk taken out in a single trade. Or maybe that winning streak has led them to now not stick to their plan. Because now they see, uh-oh, I didn't use good risk management and I'm in this really bad position. Let me add to the position so that I can have a better entry. Let me add to the position again. Uh-oh, let me lower my leverage so I don't get liquidated here. Right? And now it's that cycle of, okay, I did the wrong thing, so now I'm going to do more wrong things to try and correct that first wrong thing. And it's this cycle of you're trying to do more and more wrong things to stop that first wrong thing, right? It's like the old lady who swallowed a fly, okay? The old lady who swallowed a fly. Do you guys know that story? How do you spell swallow? Yes, the old lady who swallowed a fly. All right? This is a very sad story, okay, about a lady who swallowed a fly. Okay, she did something bad, right? She swallowed a fly. She didn't want to swallow it. She swallowed it anyway because she wasn't using good risk management. Okay, there it is, the fly in her mouth. And so, in order to get rid of the fly, she swallows a spider. So she said, you know, spider will get the fly. Okay, she swallowed the spider. Now the spider's crawling around in her stomach. She's like, uh-oh, now what? I got a spider and a fly. She swallows a cat. The cat will get the spider, right? Now the cat's alive in her stomach. She keeps swallowing more and more and more animals till finally she swallows a horse and it kills her. It's exactly what we go through when we are trading like this, right? It's exactly what we go through when we are in a bad position and we're trying to fix it with more bad decisions. Winning streaks can be dangerous. Stick to your good risk management. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Yesterday, I took 3 trades, 1 for Ethereum, 2 for Bitcoin. None of those trades were perfectly according to how I wished. They were both trades that hit take profit 1 and got stopped out. I closed the day in profit. Great, that's a win for me. I have more money today in my account than I did yesterday. Great. Slow and steady. If I only ever took, you know, if 9 out of 10 trades were small little wins and then 1 out of 10 were massive wins, you have to be happy with that. The truth is, those good trades are going to come, guys. They are going to come. They might not come today. But they will come eventually. Slow and steady. And then number 3, this kind of goes hand in hand with all this other, but stick to the plan, guys. Stick to the dang plan. If you have a plan to enter a trade, it's very simple. Trade or no trade. Deal or no deal. Right? What was that from? Deal or no deal? What is that? I don't know. It's in my head because of popular culture. Deal or no deal. What is this? What is this? I don't even know. Deal or no deal? I don't know. What is that? Is this a reality show? One of these things? I don't know. Look at this guy. He looks like he wants to make a deal with you. He definitely, yeah, oh yeah, look at this guy. He's trying to make a good deal. He's trying to make a good deal, right? When you have a plan, you come to the chart, very simple, trade or no trade. Right now for me, am I going to enter a trade here? No. Why? Because there's no trade for me to enter. I'm not at a level. The last long I entered was from right down here on this purple wick because we had a very clear resistance, flipped as support. We got some bullish divs on the low time frames. I entered a little long right here. And guys, you know, it was a very nice long, in fact, because I used very high leverage. It was a very clear invalidation point, and I hit some take profits and got stopped out of my entry for a very small win. But for right now, I don't really see any trades for me to take right here. So I'm not going to trade. It's so simple. It's so simple. What a relief it is to know I don't have to take a trade right now. It's not going to negate my progress. It's not going to make me lose money. And what a relief it is to know that I have multiple plans in case price pumps or if it dumps. I have multiple plans to get into multiple trades. And I know that those trades are going to be a high probability of being winners because I have a good strategy. It's such a relief. Whew. A lot of people get too stressed doing this. Don't get stressed because you don't know whether or not to enter a trade. It's okay to be stressed because you've been on the chart all day, doing analysis all day, waiting for your setup all day. But this should not be a stressful thing. It should be a relaxed, fun thing. All right? So that's it, guys, on how to not get wrecked. I hope you found this useful. Okay? I feel like this covers a multitude of sins when it comes to people who are struggling trading. Because really, this is not that hard. It's hard to stick to the hard things, but you can force yourself to do it. Just force yourself. If you're having trouble, force yourself to do these hard things just for a week and notice what happens. Right? You're going to have success. You know? I'm going to talk to you now like the President of the United States would talk. You're going to have success. Okay? Just imagine you, I'm talking to you out there, sitting in the living room with your aunt and uncle. Okay? Yeah. Shout out to Memory Man. Shout out to Memory Man. Let's pop into the live stream here. Thank you, Memory Man, for the $4.32 super chat. Appreciate that. Shout out to everyone who's in here right now. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. I don't think we're gonna get our 750 likes today, but I do think that we might be able to get 300. We have almost 400 people in here, only 248 likes. Yeah, it's bad for my self-esteem, guys. It is bad for my self-esteem, but that's okay. So here we are, consolidating at this point of control. And I do think that we still have a potential to get a short up here. It really depends on what's happening. Let's take a look. We do have that potential, guys. We do have that potential, especially if we get a super fast move up. But I am going to be looking at this as a potential scalp and not really a big move. The reason is because the money flow is coming up, because we do have bullish divergence on the 1 hour, and we came down to crucial support and have moved up from that support. But man, let's see what happens here, guys. This could be very, very interesting. Very interesting. It would be so cool if we get some action live on satellite TV here. We got very bullish divergences on the 1 minute right here. Very bullish, as we can see. That's why we're getting such a pump. We came down, lower lows, bullish divergence. Now, what I like about this is the fact that we could get a very pronounced divergence here on the 1 minute with money flow also getting lower, which is a sign of a rejection. If we pump up there now, like that's the thing. You could think that you might get a good entry, but you have to make sure that you're watching, because in the moment things could change quick, right? Things could change quick. So yeah, that's it. But anyway, God bless everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. And yeah, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Can't believe people actually would take the time to listen to me. Shout out to James M. James, I love the way you spell your name, bro. That's pretty cool. J-ms. Can I give my opinion on Polkadot? I don't really have an opinion on Polkadot. Let me check out and see if I have some Polkadot analysis where I can actually give an opinion. Make sure to like the video, guys. This is the Jason Casper like button going absolutely bullish. By the way, if you do want to get a 30% discount on the course, it's pinned in the comment in the chat, also in the description of the video. Also, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord, where we have a thriving community of traders giving the juiciest technical analysis, as well as giving trade setups in advance, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Let's check out Polkadot over here. We'll go to the S&P 500. Whoops, I just betrayed the fact that my like button chart is actually the S&P 500. And we will go to Polkadot. Okay. Where are you going? Out? What? Huh? Really? I thought you said you weren't going to do that. Huh? I guess. Yeah, if that's what you want to do. Yeah, I'm live. Do you think Big Butts 28 should take the kids to music class today or no? Everyone out there. Let me know in the YouTube chat. If Big Butts 28, shout out to my wife, Big Butts 28. Should she take the kids to music class right now or no? What? Okay, let's see what they say here. Let's see what they say. It takes a while because there's a slight delay. There's a slight delay here. Pop Inu says you should, but Slow 94Z28 says no in all capitals. Says no. But everyone else says yes, 100%. But Pelican 07 says no. All right. But a lot of people say yes. And some people say instead of music class, you should teach them how to trade. All right. Well, thank you guys. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. I love you, Big Butts 28. All right, so let's take a look at Polkadot over here. Let's take a look at Polkadot. Oh man, I have a lot of Polkadot charts here. I haven't done analysis on Polkadot in a minute, guys. In a minute. So this is interesting. We had this channel here. We've broken down now from the channel. Let's see. We have come down to a monthly level of support. We have lost the monthly level. And we are now trying to reclaim this level right here. If we can reclaim this monthly level here, I think that's a good sign, but we have to be aware of this channel. Let's see what else we got going on. So we have the 786 coming down at about $14.10. We have this lower range down here. We have a mini range right here. You know, I have to be honest with you guys, this actually could be a nice setup for Polkadot right here if we claim this monthly. Because we do have a wick right here where the chickens may have drunk from. If we go to a lower time frame here, I mean on the daily, I mean it's so hard to say, right? Because I'm so fresh to the chart. I would say potentially we could have a failed swing low here, where if we can reclaim this monthly and retest this monthly, I would say we could come up from here. In fact, if I was going to look for a trade right now on Polkadot, I would say I would want to come up, and then if we can reclaim the monthly, I would look for an entry on any kind of retracement. So, you know, if we do, let's say, come up and then get some kind of back test here at this channel, I would probably look to pull a fib and look to take either the 618 or the 382. If it's going to be a strong retracement, we would probably even bounce off the 382 locally, which would give me a good entry. You know, and then it's a very clear. If that happens, if we come up and then come down and bounce off a fib level, we have a very clear point of invalidation. So let's say we do come up above the monthly, come back down, bounce off the 382. Our entry would be right here. Our stop loss would be right here. And we could, and here's something else to keep in mind though, guys. If we were to long here, we need to be aware that we're longing with a resistance kind of right above us, right? So we would be cautious. Really, for true sign of strength, we want to come up above this swing high, but that, in my opinion, is too long to wait. Going with the idea that we got a failed swing low right here and are bouncing off of this support, what we could do is look to long the retests, any kind of retest, and then our stop loss is just below here, which gives us a 5% stop loss. And then for me, you know, I would be looking to these higher targets here, which, you know, we have the most local 618. This is a very good risk to reward ratio. Of course, we would take profit before that. I would definitely look to take profits. My first take profit, if we do that, would be this golden pocket right here, okay, at about 20 bucks. And if we continue up from there, my second take profit would be probably around $25, and then my third take profit would be around $26. Just based on, just loosely, guys. Like this is kind of like my loose plan, and I just came up with it now. Again, I haven't looked at Polkadot in a long time, but that would be a general plan for good old Polkadot. Yeah, let's see what else we got going on here. Nothing too much. Yeah. Cool. Is the S&P pumping? What kind of guitars do I own right now? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I forget what it is. It's some old guitar, acoustic guitar my friend gave me. It was his dad's that he bought in like the 30s. And do I even have an electric guitar right now? It's technically not mine. I'm technically still borrowing it from my friend. I've been borrowing it since 2011 or 2012. So I've been borrowing it for 10 years, guys. It is an LTD MH1000. Yeah. What are my key levels on Ethereum? Well, I can't really give that right now. But if you want to know, you can check out patreon.com/JasonCasper, where all the juiciest levels are listed. Let's pop back into corn and see how the corn is going here. Man, come on, Bitcoin. You gonna do anything good on live stream? You gonna do anything good here? You gonna? Are you gonna? I don't know. You know, like, we need a fast move, because here's the thing, right? If we start to do this, if we start to make higher highs here, and then we, you know, then our entire plan is invalidated. Our entire plan is invalidated. But money flow is still coming down, right? We can see the money flow coming down over the course of the range here. And let's see how the 12-minute money flow is looking. 12-minute money flow looking pretty bullish, actually, which makes sense given the fact that we have this this bullish div on the 1 hour. We really might have more upside potential here. You know, we have a green dot, triple bottom on the 4 hour. You know, this might very well be a significant bottom here, guys. This is actually a nice support that we came down to. This daily level right here. Let's see what happens. Come on, Bitcoin. Just get up to the dang resistance already. Just get up to the dang resistance already. Right? That'd be pretty cool. If we came up to the dang resistance already. Just to see what's going to happen. And, you know, if we do come up to that resistance, and let's say we do reject from there, then that would even if we reject from this resistance, that would still be bullish. And then we could be looking to hop into a long if we came back down to retest the 382 and this high volume node right here. Because in strong trends, if this is going to be the start of a very strong uptrend, then this 382 point of control right here would be a juicy level. In fact, let's just take a look here and see what is the point of control of all this. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so if we do reject from this resistance, we have a very nice long to potentially get into. Now, this 382 is not accurate right now, right? The 382 is not accurate at the moment. Okay, not at the moment, but if we do come up to that resistance for a retracement out of the golden pocket, then the 382, the 37583 level would be very nice to potentially hop into a long on the trend, right? So if we do something like this, fast move, reject, and then boom, fast move up, bearish divs, come down to the 382, and then get a move to the upside. I have the pen like doesn't go exactly where you put your mouse, right? So we need to put it a little bit below to get the something like this, guys, could be possible here, right? But the way things are going right now, I don't even know. You know, the more we consolidate here, the more bullish that is, because the more we consolidate here, the more, you know, the money flow is going to come up. These momentum waves are going to come up. So you know. But, yeah, you're not going to find this on cable TV, guys. You're not going to find this on satellite either. Make sure to like the dang video and subscribe to the dang channel. But, let's see. Yeah, good take profit is 38.2 if you're long. That's for sure. But, yeah, guys, we've been on here for about an hour, and I do have some things to do today. But I'm pretty sure, actually, I'm collaborating with BitBoy later. I think I'm going to interview him on my channel, which is cool. I'm going to ask him how he became BitBoy Crypto in a year, basically going from zero to hero, from zero to Hamburglar in just like 2 years. Pretty crazy. But anyway, guys, pray that you are all blessed in the name of Jesus the Messiah and receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. The purpose of this blessing is that the Creator God, the Lord, the Creator of the heavens and the earth, the Creator of all of us, will place His name upon you and bless you. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Yisrael. And in English this means, may the Lord bless and protect you. May He shine light upon you and have grace upon you. May He turn His face towards you. May He lift up His countenance upon you and give you